So here's the beginnings of what might be my new favorite food that my aunt made. My aunt is standing right over there, but she doesn't want to talk and or be on camera because she's like that. These are zucchini squash out of the garden. Right, Aunt B?
Yep.
Hey, there she talks. And what we have here is 2 pounds of hot Italian sausage and 2 pounds of ground beef. About 80 lean-ish. Yeah, in the 80s lean. And okay, what we're going to do next here is we're going to slice this sucker long ways and make like a boat. Okay, so I cut these in half, and next thing is to scoop out and make like a boat. So you core this sucker out, these suckers out, and then what you do next is you salt the bejesus out of them, which will draw out the moisture when you cook them. And then doesn't matter how much salt or what kind of salt, kosher, regular salt, it's all the same. And then lay it upside down. On here we're using a towel, but you can put it on paper towels, and then just let it sit and it'll pull the moisture out. So these are all cored now, and liberal, lots of salt, which don't worry, you're going to wipe it down at the end so that, you know, it's not a salty mess. But my aunt says the reason why you're doing the salt is to draw the moisture out of the zucchini or whatever kind of squash you want to use. You could use whatever you prefer, whatever you like, whatever you found at the farmer's market that day. But if you didn't do this, then as you're cooking it on the grill, it could end up with a lot of moisture in it, and you darn near boil the filling more than cooking it. So this helps it from being a mushy mess or a slushy mess. Now I got the stuffing going. These are the veggies that are going to go in. About half a pint of mushrooms, quartered, small cherry tomatoes, right? Mm-hmm. Halved. A little bit of green pepper that was just here, and some diced onion. You can put whatever you want, obviously, in this. You even said that if you have a jar of salsa and it's not, you know, if you don't have fresh vegetables, you can dump that in with the mixture and it'll be fine. Anything you want to put in there. But this is what we're doing. It looks pretty. I gotta remember this. So about a half a can of tomato soup, half a small thing of cottage cheese, and then we're gonna add all that stuff in, right?
At the last. Yeah.
At the end?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Definitely
those are the end. So now I'll put that stuff in, right? Now my camera's all fogged up. So now just go ahead and dump these in there.
Those two, and then we'll just put the cottage cheese break down a little bit, make it creamy. And
let the cottage cheese break down, you won't see the curds anymore. Hopefully I'll figure that out. So let this cook down a little bit, and now we are going to add the onions and the peppers. Not the tomatoes. And let those cook 10 minutes maybe?
Yeah.
That's cooking nice. So now to that we're going to add about a cup of grated mozzarella cheese, which is, a cup ends at like half a bag. It's going to help act like a binder. A couple tablespoons of Parmesan Romano. Mix that in. Pay attention. This is awesome! You so don't want to talk. Next we're going to add in the mushrooms and the tomatoes. Again, they've been diced and quartered, kind of tomatoes cut in half. They're just the little cherry tomatoes. And pretty much quartered the mushrooms, which were a half a pint each. I won't remember if I try to write it down. Plus it'll go on YouTube.
Just use fancy things like saute.
Ooh, yeah. She makes stuff different every time. Next, she's going to teach me how to do the ham.
See, I was probably bitched about that. That is a recipe.
That has to get cooked here pretty soon. That was what this was?
No, I thought I was supposed to have that next.
Yeah, but then she said they had squash when I asked. But see this, and next.
We'll let it steam for about 5 minutes maybe.
I'll let it steam for about 5 minutes so I can edit your voice out.
I don't
And
think
then-
this.
And then sometimes you can put breadcrumbs in if you want to bind up some moisture, but this time it didn't seem to need any. As my nephew-in-law just said, crucial part is use skewers to keep them from rolling around. You could throw them straight on a grill, or you can put them on a pan. We put them on a pan. Either way. Now we're gonna stuff them. That does make sense. And much more moist than that, you would add breadcrumbs, but just to bind it. But it's fine the way it is. That's something you just gotta eyeball and figure out. If it looks too wet, just add some breadcrumbs, right? She said, uh-huh. Now the zucchini's stuffed with the mixture, and gonna throw the rest of that cup of mozzarella cheese on the top of it, and probably some black pepper too as well, and then it goes on the grill. Yay! So now they're gonna go on the grill about medium high-ish, 15-20 minutes. That'll soften up the zucchini and finish everything off, because remember, everything is already cooked. Now we go to the grill. About 5 minutes into the grill cooking. Like I said, 15-20 minutes. Goes the grill. Half an hour at about 450, I think the grill was saying.
Yeah.
Some awesome stuff, not a lot of light in there. Yeah, that's better. Get it, Zach, we're ready to eat. We can do it after.
Yeah, we can.
Like, restock it.
Alright.
Alright.
Down here.
That's awesome.